Gender has definitely impacted my identity not only growing up but still today. I always grew up having a lot of male friends that are still some of my closest friends today. I have a vivid memory of elementary school always being the only girl who would play football at recess because the boys were supposed to be quote unquote more tough or faster or more athletic. I saw how these same ideas carried over in high school. Boys' sports were always treated like royalty. My field hockey team used to share a field with the football players during practice time. Our athletic director would only mow the grass on their half of the field and pour the clippings out on our side, or the field lines would be spray painted for them but not us. They would get brand new uniforms, but we weren't allowed to get pink socks for breast cancer awareness because they were again, quote unquote, too expensive. Experiences like these are what truly made me an independent person. It gave me the motivation to want to prove people wrong and to get things done on my own. Religion was introduced to me at a very, very young age. I grew up in a Catholic family and I still share those same beliefs. I went to a Catholic high school for 6 years that provided theology classes yearly and Mass at least once a month. I chose to continue a Catholic education here at Merrimack College. Prior to high school, I received my first communion and later my confirmation. These milestones were important to not only me, but also my parents because of our beliefs. My parents chose to get married in a Catholic church, which you can see stresses the importance of religion to them. I believe that religion has impacted my identity in a positive way. It has made me a moral person with strong beliefs and opinions. It has also allowed my life to be less stressful knowing that there is a greater plan. It also strongly impacts me within the idea of death and believing that loved ones are in heaven with God. My relationship status has definitely impacted my identity. My boyfriend has taught me a lot about myself in ways that nobody else ever could. I learned how to be understanding, patient, reliable, and responsible. I think it is really important for a person to be compassionate and to show love, and with my boyfriend, those things come so naturally, and I think he makes me an overall better person. I truly think that he has helped my mental health over time because I am constantly being reminded that I am loved, and I always know that I have a support system and somebody who will always be there for me. All of these ideas impact my identity and who I am. Sports are definitely a lived experience that have directly impacted me in my life. They have provided me with lifelong friends who I know will always be there for me. They taught me the importance of teamwork, hard work, and trusting other people, which are values that I can carry with me in anything that I choose to do. They were another form of a support system for me. I grew up in Worcester, Mass., which isn't known to be the safest area around. There's a lot of violence and drug abuse. Sports provided me with a way to stay active while also staying out of any trouble. They also provided me with a time throughout the day that I didn't have to be worried about anything else going on in life. I was able to escape and de-stress from school or anything else I might have been worried about. Sports were definitely good for my mental health, and they're something that I love doing more than anything else. Being surrounded by family is the most important lived experience that I've had. My family is so special to me. I thankfully have two parents in my life, two sisters, and of course a dog that all mean the world to me. They all have a strong influence on who I am today. My parents have taught me and my sisters how to love, how to be accepting of ourselves and of others. They just overall have taught us how to be good people, which we are now able to show others as a reflection of them. I know they have high expectations of me, which makes me want to make good decisions, get good grades, or anything else that could fall under that umbrella. All I want to do is make my family proud and to be the best person I can be for them. I have a big extended family. We always celebrate birthdays, have cookouts, even Sunday dinners together. All of these ideas are extended to them also. As for my dog, he's taught me how to be a responsible person while also showing unconditional love. Like, for example, we could get mad at my dog and scream at him, and he'll still be the first one to come and make sure that I'm okay if I'm crying or I'm upset. These are just all ideas that are super important to me and have shaped who I am today. So, for the health and wellness aspect, I thought it would be easier to just record myself speaking about it. So, as you could see from the slides or pictures before, that sports and physical activity has always been super important to me. Like, I've been playing sports for as long as I can remember, since such a young age. So staying physically active in that sense, like keeping my physical body in shape and active and exercised, has never really been a problem for me. Like, it's always been just part of my everyday routine, even on days that I didn't want to or I was like too tired or too lazy. I still had to because I was forced to because of sports. But I definitely think that was a good thing, and like that it has impacted me in a good way, like keeping my body physically healthy. As far as like my living situation, as I said, I was from Worcester, Massachusetts, which there's good parts and bad parts. It's a really, really big city. So I'm from one of the better parts, not the best, but definitely a more safe area. But I mean, it's like you go a street over and it's a completely different world. So, but as far as like health and wellness in that aspect, we have access to almost anything you could um, need. So grocery stores, gas stations, just other food like restaurants, sidewalks, all that kind of things are everywhere. So I have a gas station and a grocery store within 2 miles or 2 minutes from my house. So it's not, if I didn't have a car one day, I could walk if I really like thought it was necessary. My family could be considered middle class. So we're able to afford healthy foods because I know that healthier food options are sometimes or almost all the time more expensive than going to fast food restaurants. And then of course we still go to fast food restaurants. I mean, that's just if we get lazy and don't want to cook, or it's definitely still eating some fast food, but we have access and the ability to purchase affordable healthy food options from the grocery store, from restaurants, anything like that. We're definitely able to afford. And I think that all of these things are like super impactful. So like if I grew up with maybe low class instead of middle class, I don't think that I would be as healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, all those kind of things. Excuse me, because of like not being able to afford the healthy foods, anything like that. So yeah, I just think that my health and wellness has definitely had a major impact on who I am, my social class, my access to healthy foods, physical activity, all have a play like a big role in who I am today.